Okay, well, here we are with George, and we're on our way. We just left Narsarsuaq, Greenland, about an hour ago. We're about, well, maybe an hour and a half ago. We're about halfway across the ocean to Iceland. And here we've got George, who's, I've moved to the back so I can get a little comfy for a little bit.
Well, he was bored of my company, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So tell me, George, what'd you think of Greenland?
You know, I don't think we got to see a lot of it. It was fairly cloudy, and not much going on. We were the only guys there, really.
Yeah, because the weather sucked.
The weather wasn't great. I'll give it that. I probably won't be back there anytime soon.
Just because, from a piloting perspective, really tough. I mean,
yeah,
it was
very
just,
tough.
Just really strong winds, really a lot of rain and
yeah,
clouds.
I certainly wouldn't recommend anyone to think you could just go and jump over to Greenland, because there's nothing I've ever expected like that.
Yeah,
especially not in anything less than something with a turbine.
Talk for a second about the just about Greenland from what you saw from the mountains and the just what you saw as far as the terrain and things like that.
I mean, even the sea's pretty treacherous. I mean, there's icebergs floating around everywhere. It's beautiful. Very, very mountainous, kind of a mini Alps. Not the mountain peaks aren't high, right? About 3,000 feet.
Right.
But they certainly come. When you pop out of the cloud, they come there quick.
They come right out of that water, and then that's exactly right. All right, tell me a little bit about your what you've sensed so far on the overall trip. What's been the most
I think probably the most enjoyable part about it all is the overwhelming stability of this aircraft.
Of the jet prop itself.
Yeah, and obviously Joe's the way of teaching and understanding how it works, especially how the autopilot works, gives you a sense of confidence that the machine can operate with minimal input at maximum efficiency and safety. But not just that. What I'm glad about in hindsight with Greenland and the weather we faced, is that you can see going through 70-knot winds. This is bumping around. You know, it's not pleasant, but it's capable of doing this.
Yeah, it handled the ice, handled the wind, handled the climb rate required, like to jump off that runway, and you just need a phenomenal...
Yeah, 3,000 feet a minute, I think we did to begin with.
Yeah, it was cool temperatures, and so we got good performance. Yeah, the jet prop is easily one of my very favorite airplanes. You know, as far as personal travel, it probably is my favorite airplane.
What did I work out? I mean, in terms of the fuel cost in England of a car, it's doing 10, 11 miles to the gallon. Right. Which is pretty damn good.
It's about like my truck back in Texas, which is pretty stinking impressive. So.
It's probably similar to that.
Okay. Well, we'll check back in a little bit later, but appreciate your perspective on the flight so far. Joe Casey with Casey Aviation signing off.